Hi everyone, and welcome to a quick update. So Frontier all of a sudden dropped a little preview video of the upcoming pools and Flume improvements, or actually Flume physics improvement. And I don't need you to listen to what Adam and Rich are telling, because I'm gonna just quickly get you through what they have shown and also what is coming in the future, because this update will not feature all of the changes yet. So there will be already some changes in the upcoming build, which includes a lot of behavior changes of the rafts and the people. You can have multiple guests on your slides and flumes, and you will have an overall improvement. What you don't have is, for example, people being jettisoned off the ride or like off the raft, and also some other behavior changes we'll get into in a minute. I have to say something about this, but let's first of all have a look. So first things first, you can see that they have now included a lot more animations and custom animations. You can see now how the rafts are going through here. We can still see that the bottom is flat on here, but you can actually see, and let me just also go a little bit back here so we can look at that again. You can see how much more the raft now moves to the left and right. It feels like there's a lot more going on, a lot more haptic. You know, it feels a lot more as it should feel. I'm still a bit confused to why it really doesn't go to the edge. You can see it now here with the next raft coming in. It's a lot better though, don't get me wrong. Like, the rotation is a bit more random. You can see now the next raft coming in, and they're completely completely changed, and they seem to move more to the left and right, depending also on the, you know, on the different kind of, you know, weight of the people, for example. Now, next up, as you can see over here, is a direct comparison of the current build on the left, as you can see, and this is very straight, so basically no movement at all. And on the right, you can see the mattresses and stuff that go more for the left and to the right, and there's just a lot more realism going on here. So I really like that, despite the fact that these straight ones are potentially not the ones that I was worried about too much. In here, you can see that this is now featuring more people on one flume at a time. But if you pay close attention to the people going down the flume, I'm still like, they still feel like a good plank of wood, don't they? Like, I don't know. I mean, they said they are continuously working on that, so I'm hoping that they will look into that as well, because apparently the people still look like, well, human painted dummies, I guess, because they're just like very stiff, and that's not how you go through a flume. You just basically bend your body towards the flume to go with the forces and go with the speed, which is a bit sad to see. But in the next bit, you can see that things are about to change. Now, here you can see, first of all, this seems to be a drop that we weren't able to do previously, so it seems like they've taken out the restraints for that as well, just as like for the coasters. Even though if you disabled this in the menu, you still had the issue that you couldn't go below 60 degrees, for example, but that definitely is below 60 degrees. So I know that for certain, because I built this skiing, like the ski jump arena in one of my builds, and this was virtually not possible, but this is possible, and realistically people need to fly off, and guess what? They now do fly off. And apparently, I must say, this looks really good. Like, it just really looks good. The weight seems to be fine, and it looks really realistic. Like, it's not too heavy. It really shows like they're coming out of their safety, how's it called, pose, I would say, and then they go. But the next thing is also changes to the flume behavior in these special elements. And as you can see over here, the left-hand side is our current behavior, how the raft goes through, already with the additional movement in it. And the new one has a bit more of a direct path through here. This one does worry me a lot. Now, again, I'm super happy that Frontier works on it, okay? And I don't want to make it, like, don't get me wrong at this point. It's mega that they work on it, and there is so much already improved. But looking on the left-hand side again, okay? Let's first of all look at the left-hand side. The idea about this is right, okay? You come into this thing, you have speed, you have momentum, you go up. And now my problem with this wasn't the fact that it was going up and down. Yes, technically, you know, according to the speed, it goes up a little too high. It should definitely go somewhere here, you know, where like the first white thing starts. This is where the point goes, and then it should slowly get closer to this opening down here. But my biggest gripe with it was mostly the last part of it. Now, how sharply it turns in here. That's just not how it would be in real life. But now, the new behavior, and maybe this is just one example of many, but like, look how it comes in. So there is no way it just would go down here. It definitely needs to go all the way around here and then goes in. I'm all in for that, you know. I'm all in for different weights that cause different paths. That is the idea. I'm also fine with the tumbling to left and right. It may be a little bit overdone now, but, you know, might be a bit of balancing, you know. But then over here, this is like almost as if there is a wall, specifically in here where there is the shadow. This look at that again. It just really feels like there is a wall. And like now you go, boom, there you go. And then it just goes way too quick into the, like, again, I hope it's just the work in progress. But then you also have the loopity-loop over here, which is fun to see. But again, physically accurate is nothing about this. Well, nothing is maybe wrong, but you can do loopity-loops, but maybe not that easy. What I do love about that is how the raft and the flumes behaved afterwards. Look at that again when they go through the loop, and then look at how they do afterwards. Look at that now. The left and right movement there is very nice. Specifically this one over here. This is what I want to see. Like them bumping to the left and to the right. This is what we need. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be flawless or anything. You don't have to have this, you know, the, what is that again? The ring doesn't have to be, the inflatable doesn't need to bounce or anything. It would be nice, of course, but it doesn't need to be. But, I mean, granted, you know, the way how the rafts move in these special elements now versus this one over here is already a huge improvement with the loop. I rather have the loop than this very awkward whateverness is going on in the slides right now. So all in all, I'm very happy that they're announcing all these changes. And you know what I'm also very happy about? The fact that they're taking the time again. I'm very happy that they're taking the time to flesh out the things. See, we have gotten a game that, particularly in some areas, seemed not to be finished. And we've talked about that many, many times. I'm very happy to see that they are taking the time to work on that. And also taking the time to make sure it's correct this time. Because apparently, it wouldn't help us if we, again, would get a half-baked update, right? So I'm very happy that the first update with all these changes on screen right now, with the better movement of the different elements in the rides, is already here. Who knows, maybe in the future they would even tackle the flat bottom, because with the movement of the rafts right now, it, I guess, would be possible. You know, I also rather see more water in it and then, I don't know, just have that improve. But I love the fact that it seemingly has some different speeds now and different behaviors. Really big fan of that. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that they're tackling this. I'm happy that this seems to become a lot more variable and a lot more realistic to look at, because fantastically, they also look great. They did look from the beginning very great, and like it's the big star of the show. So, well, hopefully you see more of these improvements in the future. I can't wait, but now let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching as always, and again, sorry for my nosy voice. We got to deal with that for weeks now, I guess, but that's that, I guess. See you then, and bye.